RiverParishFootball.com presentation. It's a River Parish Football playoff preview. From Lutcher High School, welcome to RiverParishFootball.com's playoff preview. I'm Eric Ritchie alongside George Becknell, our senior writer. Survive and advance is what it's all about. 5 teams started a week ago. We're down to 3.
Down to 3. Lutcher is the only one that's at home. The other 2 teams, West St. John and St. Charles, have to make some long travels this week. But with this being a week off of school because of Thanksgiving, you don't have the distractions of school.
And the Comets, certainly this was one of their goals, George. We'll start in 3A with St. Charles, the number 2 seed in the power rankings. An emphatic win last week over an undefeated Patterson team. Now, the Comets knew they were going to have to hit the road this week, but rain's a whole lot closer than Bossier.
Cuts the distance almost in half, I would imagine. And they also have experience of long road trips because they opened the season week 1 having to play in Florida. So they know what it's like to have to make the long road trip. One
of the goals is to be playing in Thanksgiving. That's exactly what's happening. We start with head coach Frank Monica as his Comets prepare for a quarterfinal showdown.
Yeah, one of our goals way back when was to try to be practicing Thanksgiving morning. That was one of our goals, and that you tell the kids that means that you're in the playoffs, and that means that you're in at least the 3rd round of the playoffs. And I think that's one of your immediate goals that everybody strives for. And it's kind of a fun time because at this particular time there are only 8 people left in your classification, and there are a lot of people that are not practicing. So there'll be a lot of more attention given to your program because of that. And there'll be more people coming to the ball game because of that, and I always think that's pretty special, and because you can share that with the family members that congregate around the turkey on Thanksgiving Day. We got to take care of the football. We cannot turn it over. We can't give them any easy scores and whatnot. We need to play physical, and I think that's important. That we need to play physical with their offensive line up front, and not give them anything and make them play on that long field.
It's something that coaches stress on, and like when we're at camp and stuff, it's like this is like another Christmas to us. It's like an early present, and we just strive to get here. And when we get here, we just keep working, and it's different. You get out your routine, so you got to just focus some more, and you got to do extra work, and because you're not at school, and so but it's a great feeling.
Did your perspective change a little bit when having to miss those weeks and getting that chance to come back?
Yeah, it did.
Certainly made a little more appreciation for the game.
Because people take this for granted, but you can't take it for granted. It's something that you got to take one game at a time. You got to play every play like it's your last. People say that and they think, I'm not gonna get hurt. It's my senior year. I'm all right, but you never know when that one play can end your career.
Well, it's Thanksgiving, and we got a lot of extra time to do a lot of extra work, extra filming, and we're on the road, but I think we play better on the road, so we ought to be all right. Well, before the season, our goal was to be practicing on Thanksgiving morning, so I'm glad that we got here, and there's only 8 teams left, so we just got to keep it up and hopefully make it to the dome.
St. Charles has faced the Wing T 3 times previously this season against St. James, Bruley, and Kaplan. So for an offense that teams don't see much in this modern era of football, they've had a chance to go against it 3 times.
George, thanks. It's time to take our first break in our RiverParishFootball.com playoff preview.
We say somebody told me in that goal one time before, we like to take our turkey on the road.
The Sports Pub and Grill in Destrehan has it all. A great place to watch the game, daily drink specials, and you won't believe the food. From our fresh 10-ounce burgers, fully loaded baked potatoes, and great salads too, like taco salad and grilled chicken. Need something to rinse it down with? How about one of our refreshing daiquiris? A great atmosphere for the whole family. Just a few miles west of the airport. The Sports Pub and Grill, 3001 Ormond Boulevard in Destrehan. Welcome back to our RiverParishFootball.com playoff preview. We're in the quarterfinals. I'm Eric Ritchie alongside George Becknell here at Lutcher High School. Let's talk about in 1A where West St. John, like St. Charles that we just talked about, George, faced a major hurdle last week. And like the Comets, the Rams passed that test with flying colors.
Defensively, once again, they've been stout as they've been all year. And also, in terms of instead of having to run the ball for like 300 yards or whatever they've been doing, they had the passing last week with Austin Howard.
Yeah, they've got a lot of weapons offensively as well. Robert Valdez has it going right now with this West St. John team. A big matchup again, and once again, it's on the road big time against Haynesville.
Well, in the playoffs, we outscoring them 100-7. So something's got to give. You know, I think that offensively we're clicking real well. We have a lot of we're very efficient. And I think they're going to have to make a decision whether they want to match scores or they want to, keep offense off the field. But I think that we have a lot of confidence right now on both sides of the ball, in terms of being able to stop the running game with people and forcing them to throw the ball, and then offensively being able to have balance. On Friday, I know exactly where my kids are going to be. They're going to be with us on the bus. I know they're going to get some rest. They can eat all they want to on Thanksgiving and what they want to on Thanksgiving with the family and all that. But Friday we're going to take our time. We're going to get there. I think that the preparation of it, if you're organized with your itinerary, it helps out. So we're going to leave out of here early. We're going to tell the kids make sure they get plenty of rest on the bus. We're going to stop and get us a meal, and we'll stop, stretch a little bit, and we get there a little early so that the travel won't be a big thing. The great part of it is that we don't have school. So the kids are not in school. So like this week, I'm bringing them in around 10 o'clock. They can get a little sleep in. We get them out. They can get their rest and all that. And the one thing I can say about these kids, they're focused and they're determined. And that right there says a lot for our kids. So, I'm kind of excited about, taking a long trip on Friday, just doing a little bonding and getting away and coming back home with a win.
Like you said, sir, it's a blessing to be playing in Thanksgiving week. Last year we lost first round, trying to come back and get revenge. We're just ready to play. We just line up on the field against Hanville and just play ball. It's really good to just keep playing because I ain't played since McKinley. It just felt good just to put the pads back on and go to work. Because last week I didn't play against St. John. I was hurt. So it just felt good to get back on the game and just do what I got to do. So I'm just proud of Colin because while I was gone, he held it down for me. While we here, we could both hold it down together.
I mean, you have Colin with his power and strength. Colin has so much balance and lower body strength. And then you have Jeremy with the breakaway speed. The balance that we have offensively has become a lot more menacing when you add Jeremy to the mix.
West St. John is loaded with offensive talent. Jarvis Small has been one of the most dynamic players in the River Parishes for the past couple of years. Austin Howard has developed into a solid quarterback. And with the return of Jeremy Jackson from an injury, he and Kylan Favorite give them one of the most powerful backfields in the state.
Thanks, George. Time for us to step aside. When we return, 4A. We'll talk to Coach Tim Detillier.
If there's a school we'd like to beat, I'm sure it's Turlings. If I took a poll in Lutcher, I'm sure Turlings Catholic would be high on the list.
Brock's Automotive and Tire Center is your one-stop shop for all your vehicle's needs. Our experienced certified auto techs offer full service on all makes and models, alignment, state inspections and brake tags, and a major selection of tires. For complete state-of-the-art auto repairs, AC work, and computer diagnostics. We're right along the river in Reserve. Brock's Automotive and Tire Center with 24-hour towing service. 6 different state champions have been crowned at Lutcher throughout the years, 75, 78, 83, and in the decade of the 2000s, 03, 06, and 2008. Welcome back to our RiverParishFootball.com playoff preview. Eric Ritchie alongside senior writer George Becknell just outside the dog pound as we focus our attention, yes, to 4A. The Lutcher Bulldogs, like West St. John, like St. Charles, got past a hurdle last week. They got knocked out of this round in the second round last year, but they survived in advance. But, oh yeah, a storyline developing with this week's opponent as well.
Motivation has never been a problem for the Bulldogs, and certainly last week with the win, they had been knocked out in the second round the year before, which is very unusual by their standards. And the team that knocked them out, Turlings Catholic, comes visiting this Friday. Should
be an awesome matchup. Let's hear from head coach Tim Detillier as the Bulldogs look to continue on towards the quest to another state championship.
That's how it's supposed to be, George. Like I was telling everybody, all's right with the world in Lutcher. It's Thanksgiving week and we're practicing football, and that's how it's supposed to be. It was a little bit of an emotional week, especially Friday night, because it was 1 year ago that we were knocked out, and that's a good season in most places, but in Lutcher, that's just unacceptable, and we kind of based our entire off-season program on that.
And not that you guys ever need any kind of motivation, but now you played a team that knocked you out a year ago.
Yeah, I just finished talking to the team. That's in the past. That's last year, and those two teams don't exist anymore. So the game's between this team and that team. But if there's a school we'd like to beat, I'm sure it's Turlings. If I took a poll in Lutcher, I'm sure Turlings Catholic would be high on the list. But we got to keep things in perspective. There's only 8 teams left. There's only 4 games in Louisiana. One of them's going to be right here, and we're looking forward to it.
It's the best time of the year. It's just focusing straight on football, and we come to football at 2 o'clock and just 100% football. Everyone that played last year was they deep down inside, they got a little gut feeling to go after Turlings Catholic, and we just want to get them back, give them the same feeling that we had after the game.
I mean, it's a great feeling, because we do what we have to do and get the job done real well due to our practice and these amazing coaches that we have. I mean, it's going to be easy because we changed a couple of plays up this year. We're running some different stunts and all that. Last year we were running man, so we couldn't really get them, but this year we're going to get them.
Playoff football and winning playoff football synonymous here at Lutcher. George, you wrote a book on the history of the Lutcher Bulldog tradition. You know all about it, but you also know about this opponent this week for the Dogs. They should not be taken lightly.
Turlings Catholic is 9-3 on the season. Their 3 losses have come, to some really good football teams by narrow margins. They lost to Notre Dame of Crowley, and they also lost to Calvary Baptist and to St. Thomas More, all by close margins.
And I know they just squeaked by over O. Perry Walker to get to this point, but that's what it's all about. Whoever wins, that's what you have to do. Survive and advance. Lutcher right here, the Dogs have done it. They'll be playing at home on Friday. St. Charles, West St. John, road trips for both the Comets and the Rams. But overall, the 3 teams that have survived this point, I mean, this is the cream of the crop in the River Parish, and these teams all have good chances of advancing again.
Once again, even from the start of the playoffs, we thought we had teams that could go pretty far in the playoffs, and certainly with 3 left, and we're in the quarterfinals, it's certainly shaping up that way.
Can't wait to see what happens. This is what makes playoff football so exciting. We'll do it again next week, and we hope we have 3 more teams to preview. But for now, that's all. For George Becknell, I'm Eric Ritchie from Lutcher High School. Thanks for watching and logging on to riverparishfootball.com.